On my second last year of school, I decided I can't be this lonely guy. I need to make some good friends. I want to change my life. And I did that. But do you know how long it took? It took at least 6 months from when I had first started before I had some really good friends I would hang out with at school. Like, I had friends all the time, but I wasn't even that close to them. Like, it wasn't the same bond that we have now. And sometimes you might know this from going to the gym. You might go to the gym for 3 months perfectly and might not get any gains, or you might study really hard for a few weeks, but you still don't seem like that much smarter. Because unfortunately, there's this fucking thing called time delay. I'm coining this term, time delay. When you start putting in the good work on anything, especially social skills, it takes like 6 months before you see the progress from 6 months ago. But when the progress comes, when it rains, it pours. I stole this quote, but it's fucking amazing. Because when you start seeing success in something you've worked really hard for, you'll see nothing for like half a year, and then you'll get a fucking massive improvement. Like, I remember I was in the gym and I bulked for a long time, and then one day I was like, nah, I'm cutting now. And then this time delay of going to the gym for like 2 years pretty much, and then cutting down, I hadn't felt like I was in good shape. No one ever called me big until one day I'd lost weight, and then someone was like, yo, when did you get big, bro? You looking good. And all of a sudden, everybody was calling me big. Everyone was complimenting me and shit. Yo, you're in good shape, bro. It took me 2 years of everyone saying, what are you doing? You're not in good shape. Why do you care about the gym so much? I know this is social skills channel, but I think the gym is pretty like valid. You should be going to the gym. It helps with your social skills. Before I get in the video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to become the most social guy anywhere you go. And I truly mean that. Like, everybody I meet says, yo, you're so social, you're so much fun to be around. I'm not even like self-glazing. A week ago, this guy was like, bro, you have the best fucking charisma, bro. You got to teach me shit. Like, I am very humble in terms of this stuff because I actually don't know why. I should stop being so humble. I want to inspire you guys more. But trust me, I know what I'm talking about. And the reason I brought up this time delay concept is because you might have been working on your social skills for a while already, but you haven't seen the progress yet. And I'm going to teach you the final steps you need to bridge that gap and become that guy, and all of a sudden you have everything you wanted. Girls, great friends, amazing social life, you're invited to all the parties, and people respect you. I'm Finn. I help young guys make genuinely good quality friends and live an amazing life through your social life. By the way, I do have a course explaining like the step-by-step guide on how I became like this version of myself, even though I was a really awkward teenager and people didn't like me. So if you're interested and you trust me enough, click the link in the description. But if you're kind of on the fence, I am doing a free 30-minute call, which you have to go to my course, and then there's a link where you can book in a 30-minute call with me, and I'll try and help you as much as possible. Or we can just have a chat. Or if you're interested, I do personal coaching, but you're gonna have to like ask me about that, because right now, that like you can only get access to that if you buy my course. But I'm happy to set up like a special deal depending on your price range you have. So a week ago, I had not gone up to a girl in public for like months. And I was at the train station. I walked past and I saw she like looked up at me, but she like immediately went back to her phone. And I feel like she was really pretty. And I sat down and I was scared to speak to her. This was when I'd done a big exam period, so I wasn't as confident as I normally was. And I've been recently building it up a lot, and I'm feeling like I'm really getting back there. Like, I'm feeling really, really good about myself socially. I'm going up to a lot of people. Let me stop waffling. I sat down next to this girl, and after like a few minutes, I built up the courage to say, "G'day." And she was so friendly, like she was down for a chat, and she was actually like, her whole face was blushing when she was speaking to me, and I didn't say anything because like I had said something, I joked about something, and she was very friendly with me, bro. I think she might have liked me. Unfortunately, she was like nothing illegal, like she was legally within the age that I could speak to her, but I don't like to go for younger girls. I didn't like ask for anything, no Insta, nothing. But I did have a chat with her, and it was at this point let me add another story. Even like the night before that, when I was at a bar and I just like for the first time in months, I asked this girl, "Hey, do you mind if I sit there?" And I just had a normal human conversation after being at school where everyone's so weird for a long time. I had like finally gone like, oh, okay, reality, people are actually really nice. people are really friendly. Fuck it, like, I'm gonna start talking to more people. It's not weird to go and talk to people in public. It's only weird when you're like this really awkward guy. When you're a social guy, and don't say it's when you're good looking, that's fucking retarded. When you are a social guy and you go out, it will be really easy to talk to people. I promise you. And you can't see that because let me explain some kind of like rude terminology. Let's just say I'm successful in this area and you haven't had any success. So your beliefs, like, oh, you can't talk to random people, you can't like be friendly, you can't go out, blah, blah, blah. These like, there's so many beliefs you have. I don't have those beliefs, but I have social success. So I don't mean to be rude, like I have been there before. But those beliefs that like you can't talk to somebody, they're really holding you back. And I hope you trust me on this. I just want to help as many people make as many good friends as possible. Because once I did that, I started living the dream life. Even though, bro, I may not be like rich or anything. I may not have had like some super successful business blow up. I have been in the gym, that's true. But even before the gym, I like the social stuff really helped me and I started getting attention from girls and great quality friends and it slowly happened. But I'm going to teach you how to do all of this in a second, by the way, but trust me, speaking to people, new people, being friendly when you're going out, all it does is improve your life. Just you don't need to like speak to people and expect anything from them. You can just like genuinely start, when you start to enjoy talking to people randomly and you start, one day you have a conversation with someone and you really click, then you get their contact like, yo, we should hang out. That happens to me, but I don't think it's gonna, like, I don't plan, because I don't want to hang out with some rando I just met, unless they're a legend, if you really click with someone, you should do it. And there was also this time where I said guy with haircut as a note to what I'm gonna just say a story about when I was at the haircut, I was getting a haircut, and there was this guy my age from Bali, and we started having a chat. I was like, yo, we should low-key do something because I really fucked with this guy. And we ended up going to the gym together. And that's a perfect example of, you can actually meet friends randomly. It's just you have to be like socially adept. Like you need to like have some social intelligence and not be a weird dude about it. And it's also something I wouldn't try and make friends in public. I would go to a gym, like public gym is kind of in public, but like, you know what I mean? Like I would meet people at a certain place or at your gym and you keep talking to them. Now, how will you actually do this? When you want to become a super social guy, you want to get in a super social mood, it's actually really simple. Nobody told me this. I had to learn this myself. So basically, let's say you go to a social event and you're with a good friend. Let's say even if you're by yourself, let's just use if you're by yourself as an example. I don't recommend that though, always go out with your friends. If you don't, it's fine, like you're still improving, but it's just so much more fun. Like you don't want to be the guy who just goes out by himself because he has no friends. Like the goal is to eventually have good friends you want to go out with, let me get to the point. When I was walking around the streets with my friend, I saw somebody and I wanted to say something. He had a nice haircut. So I said nothing. But then I realized this thought has come to my mind. I need to say it. This is the technique that I'm teaching you right now. This is golden, by the way. Remember this for the rest of your social life. And I heard this thought and I was like, well, if my brain has generated this thought, it's probably pretty good. So I turned around and I was like, yo, bro, I really like your haircut. I said the word for word the same thing that popped up in my mind. And he was like, bro, you're fucking legend. Thank you so much, bro. I was not feeling good about my haircut. Like, thank you. You're a legend. Have an amazing night. Because your brain, especially when you start to be more social, will naturally generate like the right things for you to say, but you'll be too scared to say them. And when you push through it, and it's like, of course your brain's gonna generate some retarded shit sometimes. Just like try and have a little bit of social intelligence. If you come up with something insulting, don't just actually say it. But like when you become more social and you understand like the right things to say and not to say, then just saying what comes to your mind is like the golden strategy. And the complicated thing is, even if you say wrong things, sometimes you say embarrassing things. I do as well. You just need to learn. I teach you this in my course. This is like part of a technique I teach. When a thought comes to your mind, you should say it, even if it might be wrong. Because when you do that, you learn like, oh shit, In the future, I'm not going to say that. And in the future, your brain's not going to automatically generate a bad thought like that. And you're going to improve and become more social. And you just need to be able to diffuse situations I'm teaching this in my course. Like, this is too long for me to explain. But the point that I'm making is, once you push through 20 to 30 combos of like saying hi to new people, you get into something, it's kind of like a flow state. Don't overthink it. A flow state isn't like it feels pretty magical when you're talking and you're not thinking, but like, dude, if a thought comes up in a conversation, that doesn't mean you're not in the flow state, bro. Like, what I really mean is all of a sudden it becomes easy to talk to people and you start really, really enjoying yourself. Once you've done the 20 to 30 thoughts have come to your mind and you've just said them anyways, then all of a sudden it's super easy to talk to people. Trust me on this one. And if you want my personal help, click the link in the description for my course. You can also book a 30-minute call with me. I'd be happy to chat to you and give you some advice. You don't need to buy anything for that call. That's free for now. I just want to help you guys as much as possible. And if you're interested in a personal package, getting my personal coaching, then click that link in the description where you go to my course. There will be a link to book a call with me, and then you can just say, like, yo, I'm interested in coaching package, how much, and I'll ask how much money you have to pay, and we'll generate like a package that's suitable for you with like my personal in-depth help. And I promise you, bro, trust me, I have helped other people coaching and change their social life, and by extension their life. I will do the same thing for you. I know what I'm talking about. I've done it for myself many times. I've done it for many others, and I care about this. I care about you. This is why I actually started my channel, because the advice that I got when I needed to be more social, I wanted to make friends so badly. I was getting bullied at school, basically. Like, I don't want to, some people have different definitions of bully, but I was like the fucking piss take joke of the school. No one was nice to me. And I just wish I had somebody explaining to me what I needed to do. And the answer was to be a more social person, go to the gym. Like, I was already going to the gym. You can't control that, but I wish I had some like big brother kind of guy or somebody teaching me what to do. That's why I have my channel. Have a great day, bro. Subscribe, like, have a good one.